What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. We're here for the start of a brand new FIA season here for the Nations Cup, starting off with something a little bit different. And if you know me personally, you would know that this is something that I do in real life. We're jumping in the go-karts today for the season opener of the Nations Cup in these quite nice little 125 shifter karts. Never driven one in real life, mind you. I'm more suited to the tag restricted side of things. If anyone's followed go-karts, you'll be familiar with like the class names and everything else. And I've got a few videos up on the channel as well, so you can go check those out if you want. If you want to know what my most recommended one is, I definitely say go and watch the state titles one that I have up on my channel. I think that's got almost like 200 views or something now. And that was honestly one of the best races of my 8-year career that I think I ever did. Like 10th to 3rd or something in the final. Camera did go flat early, so don't get to see the last little battle I had with a mainlander. But why am I talking about that? We're in game, we're not in real life, not at the moment anyway. And yeah, as you can see, here we are for qualifying here at Lake Maggiore on the short track. So only basically a 48, 49 second lap around here. So basically everybody gets 3 laps here in qualifying to try and see what we can do. Now, one thing that I noticed straight away in a few practice sessions that I did beforehand was slipstream was king. So we've got ourselves in a pretty decent position, but keep your eye on Kart Racer there. He's not on a hot lap and he just parks it right in the way. And I'm not going to lie, at the point in time there was a bit of swearing coming out of my mouth because I was quite pissed at him, not going to lie. I mean, he wasn't on a hot lap. I could see him from about like 10 seconds beforehand that he was, you know, kind of slowing up. He wasn't on a lap, so why it was necessary to park it on the inside like that when the rest of us are still trying to go around and set laps, I don't know. But anyway, we're still going to try and make the best of a bad situation at the moment. We're currently in P12 on a 49.5, which isn't too bad. Actually matches the time, or my PB time that I did in all the practice runs that I did. But I definitely feel like we can improve. We try and be fully committed over the rise there. Up behind Cody Latowski at the moment. Pretty good marker to follow, I guess. That's one word for it, I suppose. But anyway, we're going to get a slip off the World Tour participant up to the line. Will it help us out though? No, it does not. It's only P12, 8.5 tenths off pole position. And honestly, I felt like I could have done so much more. I feel like I damn near could have done a better lap on my own. But as you can see, the guy that blocks us ends up in 4th. And that's really annoying because I felt like I actually had the pace to be in the top 5. But apparently, well, there's not much I can say, to be honest. We just get blocked on one of our qualifying laps. And yeah, instead of starting around the top 5, we end up down in 12th. So make the best of a bad situation, but not ideal for the season opener. But let's see what we can do anyway. Alright, so here we are for the season opener for the Nations Cup here in go-karts. Something a little bit different, but anyway, we'll make the best of it from quite a disappointing P12, to be honest. Like I said, just so frustrated that we got balked. I don't know what Kart Racer was doing there. Obviously wasn't paying attention to what was around him. But anyway, shit happens, as you know, as they say. But we'll see what we can do from P12. Away we go here at Lake Maggiore. 20 lap race as well, so quite long in terms of the amount of laps, but considering it's for the sake of the argument really a 50-second lap, if you do the math, you know, 50 seconds, 20 laps, it's really not too long. It's not even half an hour, so it's a fairly short race in the grand scheme of things. But strategy for this race, to be brutally honest, I really didn't have one. I just wanted to try and stick in the slipstream of the guys in front of me. I felt like there would be quite a lot of battling at the front. I didn't think anyone would be able to break away, and I felt that if that was the case, if I could maybe just pick my way through here and there, pick the gaps when they emerge, and hopefully try and make our way up through the order as we get a squeeze into the wall there from Diswood, so cheers for that. But no real harm done. We're still in P12, he maintains P11, so you know, nothing's changed here really. But as you can see, just looking a bit further ahead there's a massive gaggle of drivers, as we've actually got a real good run on Diswood. We're going to try and steal P11 from right under his nose, and we have done that. He's actually got a 2-second penalty as well. I have no idea what that's for, but anywho, we'll carry on to lap 5 now. And we're up behind Barter's 81. Good mate of mine. Raced him numerous times, and he's pretty good on the racetrack. But he goes up the inside of Mr. Natty Gaines, and we are going to try and follow suit. Barters gets it all crossed up on the exit there, so we're going to try and slither back underneath him, but we go too deep, and he gets us back up into P9 for Barters, and we get up into P10. So we're into the top 10 now. But have a look at the gap to the leader. Now, that was about 5.5 seconds when the race started. 5 laps into the race, and we're only 2 seconds off the lead. Why am I talking about that though? We're trying to send up the inside of Barters there. That was, I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest. I mean, I wanted to get the move done, but anyway, we'll worry about that a bit later. Cutting on a few laps later, and look at this absolute gaggle of karts. We're in P9, but we're only a second and a half off the lead. And Cody Latovsky and Kart Racer and John currently occupy the top 3 spots. Lockie just ahead of us in P6. He's got 2-second slowdown penalty, so that's not going to help him out at all. You can see on the radar we got guys right alongside us, guys almost pushing us through that first turn there. But out of all that, somehow we've actually ended up in P6. Getting on to turn 1 on lap 11, and now we're under threat again. Bumped a little bit wide. I don't really want to say bumped a little bit wide. I kind of feel like I actually just run wide myself. So at this point I'm actually thinking, okay, you know what, I don't really want to get involved in this. As long as I can just stay with the train, I'll be happy. As you can see, coming on to lap 13, here goes the same guy back up our inside again. Demotes us down to P8, but at this point I wasn't too bad. I was actually quite comfortable running back here in P8. Simple reason for that is we're not under massive threat from Lockie behind, excuse me. And well, you can see what's going on in front of us. 3 wide into turn 1 now. Look at that. How is that going to work out? Somehow they've all made it through. Almost actually no, somebody ended up in the wall there. So that gives us a free position. Back up to P7 now. Side by side for P6, but we get that spot with the help of slipstream from a few of the guys ahead of us. That's up to P6 now. Cutting off to lap 15 on the front straight. John, I don't know if he made a mistake out of the final corner. I presume that's really the only thing I can think of. And has got an absolutely atrocious run on the front straight, and that has dropped him down from the podium position all the way back down to 7th now. And from 12th on the grid, we're not that far off leading the race at the moment, so we could potentially somehow win this race. Go for a send up the inside to try and steal 3rd place, and we've made it work somehow. And I tell you what, I actually think we can win this race, guys. We could be on for a win in the season opener, and against some pretty formidable competition as well. But we can't speak too soon because If the last, I don't know, 5 laps have been anything to go by, these guys play for keeps. So we're going to have to watch out big time. But on the lap 17, Phillips gets unsettled on the curb, but we go for a send up the inside, and that is up to P2 now. I think John tried to follow us through there, couldn't quite get it done. And now we are almost in the lead of the race. Cutting on a few seconds later, I thought about trying to go for a dive, and we've actually gone a little bit deep, kind of tapped the leader through turn 1 there, and he's ended up with a 4-second penalty. I've got no idea what that is for. Now, if you guys have been following Gran Turismo for a little while, particularly on social media, and the whole subject of the penalty system, particularly in the last few days, has damn near become like a worldwide conversation, with a lot of people being really pissed off, myself one of them as well. But anyway, we'll talk about that at a later date. Kind of getting barged around a little bit here with about 2.5 laps to go. Back down to P5. So that is not quite what we wanted, but 3 wide for the lead now. And as you can see, the guy with a 4-second penalty is about to serve that, so that's going to drop him right out of contention. So that should boost us up to P4, and it does. So still well and truly within a shot to win this race. But man, this penultimate corner here is probably going to be where all the action's going to kick off, especially on the final lap. Phillips goes for a move up the inside. John follows suit, and he goes for a lunge to try and steal the lead, and he has got that done, has he? No, Phillips gets a cut back. Still side by side. John takes the lead as we exit the final corner. So as we start the final lap of the race, John leads from ART Phillips. This is going to be a close one. Any one of us top 5 could win this race. We're going to try and do everything possible to make sure that it's us who does it. Into turn 1 now, up the inside, trying to steal P3. We kind of, well, we haven't got a real good run there at all, and now we're in a real bad spot here. At the moment, we're actually down in 5th, so we've lost out of that massively. But now with the slipstream coming back into it a little bit, we're still definitely in this. We're going to try and dart to the inside now. Going to try and look for a gap. I don't really want to try that. Phillips and John make contact now. Now we're into P2. Are we going to try and make a move on Phillips? No, we get absolutely barged out of the way in the penultimate corner, and that has absolutely ruined any chance of a victory. I don't think we're going to be able to get back on the podium as we cross the line, and unfortunately not. P4, happy with that, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I'm not too impressed with the guy in 3rd. I did go and have a look at the replay afterwards, and I watched this back like from my own POV probably like 5-6 times after the race. And I felt like, to be brutally honest, he just barged up everybody's inside and shoved us all wide. And I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty for that, to be honest. But P4 for the season opening race, not too bad. We end up with 253 points. I think that actually puts us 4th in terms of overall points. And it does, you can see us there. So, pretty good start. Definitely could have been a win, but I'll definitely take P4. Solid momentum to build off. But thank you guys for watching. If you all enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for plenty more. And until my next video, I'll catch you all next time. Have a good one, stay safe everybody. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you all later.